Cool, cool, cool. So let's talk HIMS. On the larger scale, we can see that HIMS has been putting in higher lows. I mean, this is about the same low, but higher lows and higher highs. This is about the same high. Same lows, same high right here, but you know, higher lows and higher highs. Generally, a pretty good uptrend. Not the strongest one, but a pretty good one. So that's on the weekly, and we see that our all-time high is sitting at 72.98. Now let's come down to our daily chart and see what's happening. So we have been trending, we have been ranging between this like $20 range to this $72 range basically since the beginning of 2025. It's been swing up, swing down, swing up, and then we see that right here in June 20th to June 20th, we saw this great June 20th to June 23rd, a giant gap down. And of course, we see that there's this class action lawsuit filed against Hims and Hers, but for some reason, we have not been seeing this class action lawsuit keep Hims and Hers from making higher lows and higher highs recently, which I think is pretty interesting. So honestly, we from that can see that therefore we have a pretty good gap to fill from here up to here. Basically from this like 52 mark to this 61 mark, which is about a $9 gap that we still have left to fill. If you started filling the gap at the $48 mark, that's pretty nice. I mean, it still dropped further down to $41. So if you have been in this since $40, really pro to you since June 26th, but that is a little less than a month ago. Now we filled in a good bit of the gap, and now we're back up here. All right, so here is the actual chart that I have had marked up. We're looking at the daily. I don't have any daily levels to show you because the range has been ranging, you know what I'm saying? And there's not really much for me to say about the 1 day time frame levels, but let's come down to the 4 hour. So on the 4 hour time frame, I have 4 levels that I'd like to talk about. First, it's this resistance level up here at $65. As you can see, we have been strongly moving down at that $65 level for a while. And that $65 level is actually where our biggest move down that created our new gap came from to begin with. So a very strong level of resistance up here at this 4 hour $65 level, and it has not yet been used as support. Before we ever had this move down though, we had this 4 hour level at $51. This $51 level has also been true support, and it has since turned into resistance. It was support. You see that we have not gone below it, and we were basically ranging from our 4 hour $51 level to our 1 hour $57.50 level, ranging between that until we were able to make our way back up to that 4 hour level. I also have this 1 hour level right here, and then dropping all the way down to $40 to our a little bit weaker 4 hour level down here, which is why I put 2 touch on it, because we just see that it has been valid support right here and right here. So June 23rd and June 26th, but we haven't come back down to it. And we also have this 4 hour level right here at $46 that has proven itself to be, even before the line was drawn, it served as resistance until it became support right here. But it's also just a 2 touch support, so not as strong as these 4 hour legitimate like this 4-hour level is a key level because it's both support and resistance. And then this 4-hour level is just a resistance level, but a very strong resistance level. And then if we come down to the 1 hour and we talk a little bit more about the 1 hour levels that I had here, within this $51 to $65 range, we also had a couple 1 hour levels. So as you can see, this 1 hour level served as resistance for a while. And then it became support around mid-June. Then we had this 1 hour level within our 4 hour level range that also served as resistance right there at 62.50. And then we came all the way up to our 4 hour level and then dropped immediately. And always remember that your larger time frames, your higher time frames, so the 4 hour levels are more important. They have more data basically behind them than the 1 hour level time frame. But as you can see, like these are pretty valid 1 hour levels because we see we're literally ranging here. It's literally resistance. We've got these 1 hour levels that are coming between this 4 hour 2-touch level and this 4 hour level between $46 and $51. So we've got this 1 hour level at 48.50, which we see good pushes down. So it was a resistance level until it became support right here. Ranging between this 1 hour and this 4 hour support, and then we break through. And then here at this 1 hour level at 49.75, we see that it was a pretty good, it's been a pretty good resistance, a pretty good support, misspoke. And then it was an okay resistance, but it's been a pretty good support level. So it's like, it's a key level of sorts. And then we've got this 1 hour level up here at $52 that has been serving as resistance. So really good resistance level right here at $52. We have been having trouble breaking that $52 level. But remember, we still have this gap to fill. And when we look at the broader trend lines here, so I would like to direct your attention to this 4 hour trend line and this trend line right here that's creating this symmetrical triangle chart pattern. A symmetrical triangle basically shows you that either you can break out in this direction or you can break out in this direction. And if you look here at these trend lines, so this 4 hour trend line and this 4 hour trend line, it's creating a bullish pennant. So a bullish pennant basically moves like this, down, and then you have like a line here, and then then you have like a triangle like this. So that's like your pennant, and then normally it means that you're going to see another move down here, basically. Remove these lines. So that's the thing. That's what I find very interesting about HIMS right now, which is basically the summary of this video. We see a 4 hour bearish pennant forming, which can signal, I should say, a move to the downside, right? However, we also know that we have been filling this gap from the $41 to $65, and we've been filling it by legitimately making higher lows. And I mean, not the highest of highs, like highest of higher highs, but I mean, that's what's forming the bearish pennant. But I mean, we've been on an uptrend, essentially, is what I'm trying to say. So with all of that said, the question now becomes, what direction are we going to go in? And that's also a big part of this symmetrical triangle that we see here, right? The symmetrical triangle also says that we might move this way or we might move this way, right? But honestly, I personally think that we are going to see our chart move upwards. If you can see, I already have these blue arrows here, which I think is what's going to happen most likely. We'll check back in later and see. But because there's a gap to fill and we've been steadily filling the gap in an uptrend for a while, I think that our symmetrical triangle, even though it doesn't have a whole lot of data within it, like actually within it, to show us that we're actually going to break out really strongly upwards, I think that we're going to break out just relatively upwards, you know? We've been having a hard time breaking this $52 1 hour level. Still respecting this 49.75. We haven't been able to break 51 reliably. Like we broke 51 yesterday on the 16th, came up to the 52. We literally have not been able to break 52. And then we're still ranging between, basically I would say like our range right now is between $49.75 and $52. But if we can pass up above $52 and then maybe retest 52, because since 52 has been such a strong resistance, I feel like it'll probably be a pretty good support. Like it's giving key level. But I'm just thinking we might break above, retest 52, and then continue filling our gap. And then hopefully we can make our way up to $57. And then that $57 can help us make our way up to $62.50. Again, the pennant that we're seeing form right here, this pennant, it could be saying that we might have a better entry. So maybe we'll bounce off of this and come down maybe to like this 1 hour level or this 1 hour level, right? And then we can get a better entry like at like 48.50 or 49.75 to then make our way up to the top of the $65 gap that we seem to be working pretty diligently to fill. And then if we have a better entry, then we make more on a swing call. I haven't entered a HIM swing call because HIMS has really just been getting me like, it's just been more so consolidating in my eyes, and I'm not really one to trade within a range. But it is trending upwards now, and it's forming again a bearish pennant. So I'm hoping to see it come down to move back up, but more likely we might see it push above 52 and then come and retest 52. But anyway, that's my thoughts on HIMS. Let me know what y'all think, and I'll see you in the next video.